Do a video for you. Before we get into talking about the cosmic ray thing and all that other stuff I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to give a quick shout out here to Troy Manning. I shouted him out earlier today. He's going to go ahead and start a channel, which I think is awesome. Just to give you a little backstory, he's the guy that had the foresight to, record this when it happened. Okay, why is that important? Well, because it was a massive anomaly here that hit us at the same time that these wildfires and scheduled power outages were going on over on the West Coast. Now, again, this tool right here, when you go there and you push play on the time lapse, you get from that second 2 hours behind you. You can't go look at archived data. There is none. Okay? So if you don't record it right then, or if you're not there to see it as it's happening, we won't ever see it. You can request through email and stuff data from them, but it's up to them whether or not they give it to you. This is a pretty brand new tool. It's been there for 2-3 months maybe. All right. Now, again, Troy here, he's decided to go ahead and start a channel, and I think it's great. I'm going to try to support him as much as I can. I would love for you guys to go over and give him a sub. And let's see what kind of content he puts out. He seems to be very intelligent, very genuine, which is hard to come by nowadays. But yeah, anyway, go check him out over there, guys. Just give him a little boost and check out his content. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about cosmic rays. I got you guys over here at ISWA right now, and I take you guys there a lot. Here's the site if you guys want to see. Obviously, I've ran through these a bunch of times, pushing buttons, trying to show you guys what to push, and I'll continue to do that. But for this video here, if you guys just go over to the website and start playing around with it, that's the best thing to do. You'll learn more that way than just watching me do it. But I still will show you guys what I do to get to where I'm going, because I think it's important that you guys are able to get to the information yourself and look at it for yourself and make your own mind up. But what this is, guys, this is radiation belts, right? As you're looking at this, why I'm talking about this is because that pink that you see, that is as high as intensity as it gets. Okay? It doesn't show anything higher. There's nothing higher there for this particular model to show. So this is as high as it gets. Now, look how it surrounded the Earth. Okay? That doesn't typically happen. We'll see that every once in a while, but it doesn't last like it's lasting right now. This is like going on over a day. Again, you can look at the timestamps down here. You can run this through, what have you. Let's see how far it shows us. Yeah, it goes into the 4th. So yeah, we can run this all the way back. This is actually 2 days now. Okay? This is a 2-day event. I don't know that I've seen radiation stick around like this. Okay, for this long. Personally, I don't remember this model here showing me an anomaly like this that lasts that long. So, in other words, we're being exposed to more radiation than we typically are, and it's sticking around for whatever reason. Now, I do have some stuff on that too. Right now, our solar wind speed is extremely low. Okay? We don't typically see it below 300 or right at 300. I mean, it's not unheard of. It's happened before, yes, okay? But when it does get down that low, our geomagnetic storm levels, they drop really, really low also. Just the geomagnetism around us just drops out. There's nothing there. So I'm wondering if this isn't why this is sticking around. I don't know for sure if that's why, but plus the cosmic ray thing, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about now. Cosmic rays, guys, you know what? I'm going to take you over to what I was going to show you real quick first. Okay, guys, this is just a little graphic I put together. My goal here is to show you, because you hear me say cosmic rays all the time, right? And my goal here is to show you how a cosmic ray turns into something that can affect us our health, and affect us, period, right? Um, and my goal here is just to show you how it gets here. I'm not going to go too much into how it affects us right now. I'm actually going to show you an article that Scott wrote, and he went over it. It's very in-depth and a bunch of graphics and stuff. It's awesome. Okay, it explains a lot. I mean, I'm talking down to the body part. So, we'll go into that here in a second. But my goal with this is, and what I'm doing here is just showing you how a cosmic ray turns into something that can affect us really bad. Okay, so what you get is, you see the cosmic ray in purple, right? Okay, so when it hits our atmosphere, it turns into a pion. Okay, so when it hits our atmosphere, hits the particles there, and it turns into a pion. Okay, so then it decays, right? And then it turns into a neutrino and a muon. Now, the one that's most important here is the muon. Okay, radiation. Okay, and that's what we're basically talking about. We have to talk about half-life when we're talking that stuff. Okay, if I'm correct, and I think I am when I'm talking about radiation, there's always a half-life there. Okay, it never goes completely away. It's like this. This is how it was explained to me when I was in school. If you go halfway to the door and you stop, and then you go halfway again and you stop, you go halfway again and you stop, you never ever reach the door. Okay, you're just going halfway. So, in other words, it's such a long time period with this radiation. I'm not sure if it ever goes completely away, but it's such a huge number of time that they may not even compute it. I don't know, but that's how it was explained to me, and I think that's pretty much what a muon does. You know, and so how do they get to the surface to where they're actually still strong enough to hurt us? Well, what happens is, guys, these things travel extremely fast. Okay, their decay rate is extremely fast also. I think a muon is 2 millionths of a second or something like that. It's really fast decay rate, but that also tells you how fast they're actually moving to even be able to get here to affect us. So, with all that being said, they do affect us. Okay, they do get here, and they do affect us. That's accepted across the board. Okay, airlines issue warnings all the time. Some certain websites and stuff issue warnings just for everyday life, right? Now, when you go higher latitudes towards the North or South Pole, you will get affected more. The higher elevation you're at, you will be affected more. Okay, because they're coming in from outside, they hit our atmosphere, and then they turn into what I just showed you guys. Okay, now the neutrino, this thing over here, that thing actually will pass all the way through the planet and going out the backside, whatever direction it's moving, right? These muons, they affect us at a molecular level. That's why they're so dangerous. Okay, now a few of them, we get exposed to them all the time. Just a few of them, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, it'll damage or kill a couple cells, whatever. Okay, it's not really going to hurt you much. But why are we talking about this now? Well, because we're having influxes of cosmic rays. Right? The cosmic ray thing has shot straight through the roof. Now, why is that? Well, the best explanation for that is that our sun is in a weakened state. Okay? It's in a solar minimum. It's kind of asleep. That's what we've been talking about for a long time. The Earth has a magnetosphere to protect us, a magnetic field, right? It shields us from all the stuff from the sun, correct? Well, the sun does the same thing for our solar system. So these cosmic rays are getting fired all around us all the time from interstellar, out past our solar system, right? And the sun's able to deflect it, most of them. Now, when it's in a weakened state, it makes perfect sense that more of these would get through. And they do, okay? It's accepted across the board that that's what's happening. Like again, airlines are issuing warnings. They don't want prenatal passengers, I think 800 hours a year. Cabin crew, you know, pilots and stuff, they really have to watch this, especially when we're having these influxes of cosmic rays during a solar minimum. Okay, and that's what's going on. All right. And right now, I just showed you that graph, and I put that in my model update, and that's why I do that. Right now, we're having a 2-day event so far of radiation just completely surrounding us and staying there. It's not going nowhere. I'm curious on why that is, but that's just me. I don't know why that's happening. Again, like I said, could it be because we don't have very much solar wind right now? I don't know if that's part of it. But like I said, why is it more harmful towards the North and South Pole? Well, the reason is because naturally our magnetic field is weaker there. Okay, that's why we get auroras and stuff there. That's what's happening. Everything's following magnetic lines. Okay, that's what happens. And when you get to the North Pole, it's weaker up there. It's not able to fight it off as much. That's why you get more effect. So, I hope I explained that well. Just remember this. Cosmic ray hits our atmosphere. Take a screenshot of this if you have to. Turns into a pion. The pion turns into a neutrino and a muon. And then a muon makes it to the surface, and that's what's dangerous. So if you take nothing else from what I just said, just remember that this is what's dangerous. Okay? That's what we have to look at. Now, they do chart this, okay? And how do they tell the cosmic rays? They actually look at neutrons and stuff like that, levels at the surface. But when all that stuff's present, so are the muons. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I guess, again, if you don't get nothing else out of this, just know that muon's what's dangerous. And just know it goes from cosmic ray, pion, to muon. So when you hear somebody saying muon, that's what they're talking about. Or or a lot of people just say, hey, cosmic rays are hitting us. It's elevated health risk. And they leave it at that. Okay? And that's good enough, actually. But if you want to understand it in a deeper level, the muon is actually what's going on. So, what we're going to do here, I got you over at planetxnews.org. This is Scott's website. Obviously, guys, that's what I showed you guys yesterday. That's a really strange anomaly. We've been throwing theories around back and forth trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this. I've done some research on it. Scott's he's dived into it head first and done a lot of stuff on it. I'm not sure where it's all going to land and happen. All I can say is I don't think anybody's really seen this before. And especially this specific one. Okay? Now, I do think that a lot of us are kind of leaning more towards a plasma type of thing going on here. And again, that might not be the answer to it. I don't know. But I just wanted to show you that real quick. But this is the article he wrote on the damage of radiation on us, right? So I would encourage everybody, number one, to go read this. I'm not going to go over it too much. I just want to show you that it's here. And you guys should really go check it out. Because it most definitely is something that we need to look at, right? Now, he's got a YouTube video here, Space Radiation, Risky Business for the Human Body. And, I encourage you guys to go check it out. He goes down into detail here. And this is what I liked about it a lot. Look at this. All right, he included this graphic here, and it shows you down to body parts and what it does to you and stuff like that. So go check this out over there, man. It's awesome. I mean, it definitely falls directly into the conversation we're all having right now with the cosmic rays. This is why this is important that we talk about this. Because he's showing you right here that this is very, very dangerous to our health. It attacks us, it hits us, and hurts us at a molecular level. If I remember right, I think it can actually rip into our DNA. And rip it and cut it and do all kinds of crazy stuff there. So we're talking about molecular damage here. We're not just talking about a sunburn, guys. Okay, this is going deeper, is what I'm trying to say. So when we get influxes of cosmic rays, this is the danger and what it can do to you. So please go read this article. It's well worth it. Okay, guys, this is spaceweather.com. Anybody that doesn't go here should. Okay, this is a really good place to go to get some really good information. Okay, they talk about all kinds of different subjects here, but they have graphs and stuff, and just good information, okay? And as you can see, it says all quiet alert. What that means is solar activity is really low right now. We're in a deep solar minimum. And again, there you go. It says the next significant gust of solar wind is not expected for at least a week. Okay, so we're going to be quiet on the solar wind front unless a coronal hole opens right up over top of Earth facing. Okay, and nobody's foreseeing that to happen. So, you know, the solar wind is not, when we get hits on our magnetosphere within the next week or so, most likely we cannot take it back to the sun. We're going to have to look elsewhere, like cosmic rays. Okay, because I guarantee you we're going to see cosmic ray influx. Promise you. It's going to happen. Not to mention our reaction with our Planet X object with the sun and its magnetic field. Those two, you know, shooting whatever energy at us that way, right? And we've talked about that multiple times here. And something else here. Look at this. Okay, this was on the 3rd. Let's see here. Yeah. November 3rd, 2019. There's actually a sunspot right there. 2751. It might not be a sunspot. It might just be a, let's see here. Sunspot AR 2751 has a magnetic polarity that identifies it as a member of the old solar cycle 24. Okay, yeah. In other words, it's still part of the solar cycle 24. We're waiting on solar cycle 25, I guess, is how that works. So yeah, once we start getting that, the sun will probably start to wake up a little bit. I'm not really sure, but I don't think anybody really knows exactly. It says sunspot number 0. So maybe that isn't a sunspot. Maybe, like, again, maybe that's just an active area from an old sunspot and it still has a number. I'm not really sure on that. Now, this is what I want to talk about right here. Look at this. 2019, we've had 228 days with no sunspots. That's very indicative of why we call this a solar minimum. Okay, now if you track that back, okay, the last time we seen that kind of a number was back in 2008. How many years ago was that? 11 years, right? These solar cycles are 11 years. This right here completely shows it. All right, that's how they can say that, and that's how they can gauge all that. Now, something else that kind of points to that, this right here, we'll go down here. This, see it, cosmic ray, solar minimum is underway. Okay, I just showed you that. Neutron counts from the University of Alu, I don't know how to say that. Geophysical observatories show that cosmic rays reaching Earth in 2019 are near a space age peak. Okay? They're peaking. They've never seen these numbers. Okay? They're nearing the space age peak. So, well, I guess that would mean that they're coming close to the highest level they've ever seen them. And if it goes above that, then it would be beyond, right? So, and then this right here is where you guys can come to look and see. And these guys will actually issue, you know, cosmic ray alerts. So if you guys want to know that, come to spaceweather.com and you'll see that here. Okay. This right here is showing you in more in depth what's going on. These are the data graphs. Okay. So let's point on that. Now this is what I want to show you. This graph right here goes back years. Goes back to 1965. What this is this is a graph showing you the amount of cosmic rays, right? Well, the the particles that came from the cosmic rays. Now, as you can see, 2009 was the last time, 2008, that we've seen those kind of numbers right here. That's probably the peaks that they're talking about. Okay? Because if you look over here, 2019, right where we're at, you can see it. It's right up there close to it. So we're definitely experiencing more cosmic rays. And that's why. Now, again, when we're in like a solar maximum, I would guess that's what that would be. 1991, see how far down that went? That spiked really low. We didn't have hardly any of them. That's because the sun was probably really, really strong and it was deflecting everything. Not to mention we might have been in a quiet part of space that kind of a thing. But yeah, I think that is an awesome chart to look at. Okay. Now something else here, guys. If you guys want to look at meteors and near-Earth objects, why I'm showing you this real quick is because on the 4th, I believe, yep. Okay. So if you guys see this right here, okay, and I'm gonna click on it. It's this one right here. The reason I'm clicking on that is because it says it's 0.5 LD. What does that mean? It means it is 0.5 lunar distance away. That's how close it's going to be. Okay, a lunar distance is exactly what it says it is. A lunar distance is the distance from the Earth to the moon. So in other words, it's going to pass closer to us than what the moon is. Basically about halfway. Now, it might not pass between us and the moon, but that's the distance that we're talking about that it's going to be away from us. And it gives you sizes, okay? The velocity says it's at 12. I'm not sure what unit that is. Kilometers a second. 12 kilometers a second. The diameter of it is 12. Okay, so it would be, I think it's meters probably. Yep, 12 meters. Which isn't necessarily all that big, but it's not small. Okay, we're talking probably the size of a car or a truck or something like that. Maybe bigger. But yeah, that's what that is, guys. Now you can click on that. Now if you click on that one right there, it's going to take you to this. Okay, and then you guys can move this around all you want and look at it and see. You can get in depth. What that is that's our solar system. You see that white line? That's the path that the asteroid takes, or the near-Earth object, whatever it is. And you can zoom in and check all that out. You can move it around like this. You see that? So go check all that out, guys. I mean, it's really cool to look. And it'll show you if you zoom in the right way. It'll show you exactly the path it's taking, where it's going to be in relation to the Earth and the moon, all those kinds of things. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, so this is definitely a site that I would go to, guys. You can check out the flare forecasts. That's all there. Geomagnetic storms, it talks about that. High latitude, mid latitude, and again, they're talking about what I was just saying. They show, coronal holes, stuff like that. I mean, this is a pretty good hub for this, okay? And that's what I would say. I mean, again, check it out, man. But yeah, guys. So just check out Troy and his new channel. Go check out that article Scott wrote on what the actual cosmic rays can do to us, as far as what it can do to our bodies. Go check out spaceweather.com. I showed you that information over there. Check out the near-Earth objects, basically asteroids and meteors and stuff like that. We did have a couple sun divers, what I call sun divers. We've seen an uptick in that myself. I'm seeing it. Not a whole lot of people are seeing it because they're actually hard to spot on the graphs. But I see them because I look at this crap all the time. Okay, so just a little review here, guys, real quick. Cosmic rays hit our atmosphere, turn into pions. Pions turn into neutrinos and muons. Muons is what gets us. Okay, neutrinos will go through and pass right through the planet, just so you guys know. And they're moving extremely fast. They pretty much decay extremely fast also, but they're moving fast enough that they still get to us, okay, in a harmful way. So just pay attention to the alerts and stuff. Again, check out Troy's channel. Give him some love over there. I'm looking forward to seeing his content. I really am. So anyway, guys, again, check out Scott's planetxnews.org. Definitely that cosmic ray article he wrote on how it affects our body, and that crazy anomaly, guys. That was crazy that we've seen. I mean, this is nuts. But anyway, God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.